With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. That'll be caught. Rager with it. 20, 10, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Complete to
a huge play there right off the bat. 75 yards. They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Working out of the gun. Open man. He finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Cole Kmet. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point attempt here still to come. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Finds an opening past the 40. And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Tannehill's pass.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Logan. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. T.J. Logan with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. Or maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll run with Mixon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
On 2nd down, here's Locke. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He had a little bit of a turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. On the return, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. From midfield, here's Locke. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
But to me, it's pretty simple. It's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the 1st quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Tannehill now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill looking deep for Julio. Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
You can try and underthrow it and go back shoulder, but your timing has to be impeccable. And here, I think it was much more of a duck than a designed back shoulder throw.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it.
And got his man complete. 30. Past the 20.
Bring it.
Touchdown, Chicago. Vincent Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Jaguars 7.
For this life, I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back in my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him learn, can't relate. Watch him stir after mud, after dirt, or butter water in the murk, after gate, all sight. Red speed, red type, check the bar, change flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling.
Tannehill on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 59, Mike is 59. Mike is 59. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. Wait. See me in your nightmares.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Tannehill. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Joe Mixon on the
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Marcus May.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts.
First down.
So as they take it over, we step aside. So first and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Locke. And this one's incomplete. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A quick throw into the hands of Rager. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
Throwing his Locke on third down. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
For the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory. But that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done. But I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
You know, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Tannehill. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Now it's Tannehill. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
That's good.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first and 10, Tannehill looking deep for Adams and nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Adams.
Thus far, they haven't been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Tannehill. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 43. To the air again, Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the Bears' 8-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. T.J. Logan with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and run with Drake. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game.
Jaguars 13.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for...
And now look at him go. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Jalen Reagor, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game.
13. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On first down, Tannehill. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Tannehill. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
By the Bears.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Locke. Room to run inside the 40. Finding Knox there, complete. There he goes, left side. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. They get Lane Johnson, the number 4 pick back in 2013. Lock to throw on second down. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's third down.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Tyler Bass on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Off play action, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
At the 37-yard line.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Again, Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw it is Locke. Looking for Campbell downfield. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
And the lead is down to 2.
Good. Makes the score Bears 22, Jaguars 20.
Just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Locke trying again after the pick six. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their... their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
Drake on the carry.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Right back to Drake. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And there we also one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the carry, it's Logan. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16, a first.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
2 yards.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, Mike's for it too. Mike's for it.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. He's got the lane, and there he goes.
Don't worry about it, baby. I ain't worried about it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Pass on for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
29. Jaguars 20. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Here we go. 240. Check 42. Come on. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Tight right. Tight right. Rush in. Rush in. Hurry. Let's go.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Tannehill. Looking deep for Adams. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
On first down, Locke. And that is incomplete here. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it'll be second down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Locke will try again on second down. This ball complete to Rager. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Bears.
A quick throw into the hands of Rager. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
He was brought down by
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Gain of a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First and 10.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. They'll run it here with Logan. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jaguars 20.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
33-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
4 down. 42's the mark.
Throwing again is Tannehill. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Jaguars.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 19. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
1st and 10.
The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Shrugs him off. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars 31. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7 And
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.